RealGenericDemon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 26, Volume 5. Yes, it's a little bit late today, but it'll be here, so if you're watching this many times in the future, it'll be fine. Anyway, we've got these tapes. These are the tapes that got sent to me, if you watched the beginning of the season, by a chap called OnyxBox. I don't know if I've still got his Bluesky in the description, but either way, OnyxBox sent me these. They were almost certainly going to be for destruction, and these are the tapes we're working through. There's about 5 of them, so it's perfect for the season, especially as they're between 45 and 90 minutes. And this one is no exception. This has got some classics on, but there's some, they're what I would call, some of them are budget titles and some of them are what you would call, I guess, AAA back in the day. But we've got, this one's got Stormbringer, Boulder Dash 2, what's that? I can't read it. Whatever that is, Vroom, I think it is actually, or Vroom maybe. Aliens, Enduro Racer, Split Personalities, Light Force, Dragon's Lair 2, Speed King, and these are for next week. But Anti-Rad, or I used to call it Antrad, I don't know why, but anyway, Anti-Rad, what's that? Super Cycle, Sky Ranger, and Tomahawk, and something there, Non-Chiracuous, which doesn't work. I always love saying the word Non-Chiracuous, though. I think it's a great name for a game. Anyway, we'll get this into a tape jive shortly, but I'm going to show you what I picked up recently, because it's always about the pickups as well. You know, that seems to be my new thing. I do a bit of pickups when we do this as well. So let me just move that out of the way, and let's show you some things. So firstly, we'll start off with a few Switch games that I picked up recently. This one is extremely cheap, so I would highly recommend picking it up if you get a chance. This is the Formula Retro Racing World Tour Special Edition. Yes, it's a bit of a mouthful, but basically, if you think about Sega's Virtua Racing, think Sega's Virtua Racing, and you've got this game. It's basically arcade game, a Grand Prix, and an eliminator where you basically don't have to not be last. That's all it is. That's pretty much it. And I know that sounds really sort of short, but to be honest, for a Switch game, that's pretty good. And you can play 4 players on it if you've got on the same console. But yeah, that one's pretty good. And if you like, as I say, that original Virtual Racing, you'll like that. The next one I picked up, which is actually something I posted a video on recently, is the Halloween and Ash vs. the Evil Dead Retro Realms double feature. This one's actually really quite good. This is, if you look at here, and you can see it on my channel as well, because it's up there, is one with sort of pixel art, arcade game, sort of general sort of 16-bit wandering across the level, and of course it comes with some stuff which I'll never open because it's there, but there's like a packet of cards that come with it. 8 collector's cards, they're all the same apparently, but I'll never open that because I'll let out the air that's inside there, and collectors like the air that's inside there, as you all know. This one I haven't put in yet, but I plan to, which is Overcooked and Overcooked 2 by Team 17. This game I've wanted to play for ages. It came up, it's cheap at the moment, so I purchased it. It's all about cooking cutlery and smashing people around to beat people to it. It looks cool. It looks cool. And the next one was a little bit of like, it's really cheap, I'll just buy it. It's really, the cover looks dreadful, but I'll still buy it anyway. It's called Monster Harvest, and interestingly enough, when you look at it, its cover's dreadful. It's like AI printed, and there's a mad professor in the back who looks a bit like Albert Einstein. Anyway, but it's actually pixel art. It's actually a variation of what you get when you mix Pokemon and I guess Stardew Valley, but Stardew Valley being the gold standard. Is it any good? I started to play it. It seems okay. It kind of does with some of the sort of, yeah, it speeds through it, and it even has a similar sort of story about leaving the city and wanting to join your weird grandpa and his uncle and his monster sort of ranchery thing. I don't know. I haven't really got into it far enough, but to be fair, it's cheap, so I bagged that for my collection. Especially as we're in that stage of sort of, you know, of swap over very shortly. Okay, the next few I'm going to show you came from a bundle. The bundle's quite large. I got about 10 games for this, but these are 3 that obviously I quite like. I've got to show it because I love it. Good old Exploding Fist came with it. As I say, there was quite a lot in the bundle. It was quite a decent bundle. So Exploding Fist. This one was, funnily enough, the reason I bought it, but I'm not collecting them. I'm not collecting hit squads, but this is why I bought it. There was a hit squad in there, it was Puznix, and it's only because I can't find. I don't think I've got a copy of Puznix, the big box version of it. So I wanted a copy of it because somebody was playing it the other day, and I quite fancied that. So yeah, I bought Puznix, because of Puznix, and to be fair, the whole bundle was £20 with 10 games on it. If you ask me, that's pretty good value for money. Is that what, £2 a game? Yeah, it's about £2 a game. That's really good value for money, including this one as well. Many clamshells in there, loads of them, quite a lot in fact. So we got War of the Worlds. They're not all complete, I don't think. That's the point. I think that the instructions are the back of there, but they're not all complete. But I mean, that clamshell is in damn good shape considering what it is. I actually have it already, but it's just really good, So. And then I bought a couple of other games. These are more expensive ones. This one I think set me back £25, which was 2001: A Space Oddity. I don't know what it is actually. I have no idea. I've not even looked at it yet. So there's an arcade game, arcade action on there. Yeah, I just need to load it. DK-Tronics. That was quite an expensive one. That is where you get to when you collect. At a certain point, they just all become the expensive things, and you go, "Oh God, should I buy that?" This is also this is a little bit more expensive as well. This is Space Island by Terminal Software. I don't know if it's a action game, graphic adventure game. Probably the usual, graphic adventure type in here and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, another one that was a little bit more expensive, but not quite as high. About £10, I think, with that one. But yeah, that's the problem when you get later in your collections. But anyway, let's get this into a tape drive. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I made you throw up. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to basic and load it, or load speech marks, and we'll see whether or not we can get this tape to load for a change. It's usually the way. Sometimes when we change tapes, it's great, and sometimes when we don't, yeah. I think last week was a bit hit and miss, wasn't it? We kind of got some that loaded and some didn't, and that looks lovely. That's what we like, a nice lush, he says, and then it doesn't load. A lush set of bars there. They were looking lovely. They were lovely. And then it didn't do it. It didn't do it at all. Come on, you're going to do it this time, though. Oh, I can't believe that. It looks so sexy as well. It looked like they were going to go. Oh, I'm gutted by this. That's actually really annoyed me. Let me put it in another tape deck, and we'll see whether or not turning up the volume a little bit might help. There's a good question: is there a little bit of an echo in it? You never know whether or not there's a lot of reasons why these won't work, but we'll give it a try. Oh, that was not. I can hear a background echo on that one though now. It's a little bit. You probably can't hear it because I turned the volume down a little bit on the tape, but there's often there's an echo there. Come on, give it another try. Come on, you know you want to. No. That's not a good start. It's not a good start. Now we need to find Stormbringer on my phone. Now, this should be easy to find. This is a Mastertronic game that was released. Oh, mind you saying that? There was a couple of Stormbringers. I wonder whether or not this is Stormbringer is the Stormbringer as in nighttime Stormbringer. No, it won't be because it's speaking on the other one. So this is not the nighttime one. This is definitely Stormbringer because I would have thought he'd written nighttime on that. So because the person who's written most of these has been quite good about naming the way things are on the tape. So let's open up PlayZX. Let's do Stormbringer. Search for Storm. Can't spell. That's not Stormbringer. Ooh. This might be the wrong version, but we'll give it a try. Mastertronic one. In we go. Plug that into the old 3.5mm jack on an Android phone. Can you imagine that? Imagine having a 3.5mm jack so you can plug things into it. I mean that seems almost insane, doesn't it? I mean, can you imagine? Nobody would possibly need one of those, would they? Not at all. Oh, stop. That one. Push for the one. That one. No. Stop. Try that again. Play that one. That one. Yeah, but can you imagine needing a 3.5mm jack and you so you can plug other things into it, like say loading your old Spectrum. Yeah. It's always one of those things, isn't it? It's make your own problem and then find a solution that you can charge for extra. Yeah, that definitely is the case. You know, you make your own problem. You know, don't have a headphone socket anymore, but you can sell an add-on that gives you a headphone jack. This is the wrong Stormbringer. It must be the right Stormbringer then. I've made an error in judgment here though. I could have gone with the 128k version rather than the 48k version, but one of them takes twice as long to load. So not the time isn't of the essence or anything like that, because I feel that you'll all have to sit back and relax because this is going to be a long one. But you know it's amazing. It's twice the length. I think it's down to the fact that it does. What does it do on it? It has music, doesn't it? That's what it has. The AY music for your 128k Spectrum. Look at that. Dave Jones's Magic Knight, or the Magic Knight series. I kind of wish they'd done a re-release of the first game, which was Finders Keepers, and they'd stuck at the beginning of it the Magic Knight series. And you know, a bit like Dizzy had his run. This had a run at the same time, and in comparison, it was much more complex and in depth probably than the Dizzy games. I'm going to upset some Dizzy fans here with this one, but it was more complex and in depth because you had to choose what you did. It was sort of an action adventure after the first one. You just feel like the Magic Knight could have gone on if they called it the Magic Knight, and they just called the series that and kept on doing the series as the Magic Knight, like Nighttime, Magic Knight, you know, like Dizzy did. I think they could have. This would have been another character. I think. I mean, when I think of characters back from the 8-bit days on the Spectrum, and I think of things like Horace, because he was definitely there. I think of Dizzy because he was there. He was a sort of mascot for the system. So was the Magic Knight, but it didn't get that series run that it should have had. So those are the kind of main characters. I can't think of any others that were sort of the main ones. I mean, if you can think of some more, I'll put them in the comments below, because those are the ones. Those are the three that I can think of, probably because they were more. Two of them were at least budget titles. The other one was, of course, Sinclair's own. Well, it wasn't actually. It was Melbourne House's own, but it was sort of that kind of thing. Well, I mean, we did have a few sort of sagas of things, didn't we? We had Jet Set Willy, I suppose. You know, another saga of Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy 1, Jet Set Willy 2. I don't know if 3 was officially released. Can you count Trashman as an icon of it? I mean, he was certainly there for 2 games and never made that third one. It apparently exists somewhere in limbo. We never got to see that one. Joe Blade. 3 sets of Joe Blade. Followed by the 4th one, which was technically the prison riot. Just looking behind me. I suppose you can talk about Loon Jetman, or Jetman himself. Came in jetpack and carried on for a few sagas. I mean, there's the man from Saberwolf as well, isn't there? What was he called? I'm sure he's just called Saberman. I think that's his name, isn't it? I don't think Codemasters made. I suppose the Seymour one is that, isn't it? But that Seymour was meant to be Dizzy, as far as I understand, and then they changed him because the Oliver twins didn't want to give over the rights to that, and I can kind of understand that. I guess they were quite generic at that point, weren't they? Because you had, DJ Puff and things like that, and which were also sort of sagas in their own right. I'm just looking above my head to see if I can spot another saga. But you know, if you do pick out those 8-bit heroes, I mean, the 16-bit ones are also similarly the same. You get into Mario and Sonic, don't you? Not on the computer, obviously, but those are the kind of characters that are there. I can't really think on the computer side, because I was a Commodore Amiga user, what were sort of running sagas of games that you know what I mean. What was the Commodore Amiga's version of Dizzy? Was he Dizzy or was it something else? Do you know what I mean? What was it? Was it that? I don't think it was. Super Frog, I guess. Team 17 games were the ones that were very, very popular back in the day. But I don't think that they were quite the Super Frog maybe. But that was only the one game, wasn't it? And they were really good, though, the Team 17 stuff. It was really amazing. Okay, keyboard control. What's my controls? That's up and down. Options. Right, redefine keys. Yes. To new key. Right. Up, down. 0. I've made a little hash of that. So left, right, up, down, space to fire. There we go. Right, okay. Instructions. After returning from the spaceship of the US Pisces. So this is the third game, I think. 25th century, the Magic Knight. That's where Buck Rogers went in the 25th century. Buck Rogers, where was it? What was the name of the woman? Oh, Colonel Deering. Huh? Yeah, Colonel Deering. Anyway, jumpsuits and Colonel Deering. I'm really hoping the 25th century happens so quicker. But anyway, 25th century, Magic Knight finds otherwise quiet village in Cornhampton-on-Marsh, which is a great name for a place. I'd love it to be called the Cornhampton-on-Marsh. Being attacked by a despot calling himself the Off-White Knight. And the Off-White is the dreaded Stormbringer. There's the keys, starring all of these people. Let's play the game. So we've got to stop the Off-White Knight. Pick up object. That's not near enough. I was trying to pick up the sword and the stone. That'll be an object there I can pick up. Pick up disguise. You're carrying the advert and the Gadget X disguise. Can I use it? Let's see. Wear an object. Wear. Disguise. Oh, it can be disguised as anything. Let me be the White Witch. Okay. No, doesn't really make a difference. Oh, there's a chicken. Let's pick up this object. Let's pick up a chicken. We now have a chicken. Smell something. Smell the chicken. Your nose is blocked. Alright. I can talk to this person, I think. Character. Robin of Shylock. Has a good shot with pointy sticks. These were brilliant back in the day, you know. I mean, look at the graphics on this. It's amazing. Can I pick up an object? There's no room left. I think we can lose the advert. That's a damn sure. Let's drop an object, because I think it's just an advert for whatever we've got. So I think we can drop advert. Got a golden egg from the chicken. That's what happens when you smell a chicken. They drop golden eggs. Don't be going out smelling chickens. The spooky forest. This is a long forest, by the way. The spooky forest. Yep. Very randomised. The wishing well. There's nothing. Oh, right, okay. Can't pick up the wishing well. Am I filled with golden eggs now then? Object. Silver egg now. What's that? Read yes. Okay, let's read the Gadget X. Alright. Allows you to save the game. That's very useful. He looks angry. I thought I'd be able to talk to him, actually. Orgono. The very tough. Very good. Can I open the door? No. See how clever this is in comparison, though, to some other games. This is literally, you know, you've got... I mean, this first off, this 48K. I mean, there's no music, obviously, because of it being the 48K version. But this is all about puzzling your way through it. A bit sort of Monkey Island-esque before even Monkey Island was a thing. For it was a twinkle in somebody's eye. That's handy to know. Look, I didn't realise that. You can use the advert as a somewhere platform to stand on. See what's on the other side of the spooky forest. So we'll see if we can get out the other side. That's that man's house. Couldn't get in there. There's another strange man. What's here? What's this? Object. Nope. I'm seeing... Yeah. It's a copper egg. That chicken's just laying eggs all over the place. There's a sword. Very cool, isn't it? And there's a... Game over. Yeah, I forgot can't walk straight into him. But he's very cool. Right, okay, let's move on. First thing, first game over. First bit of the old what's on the tape done. Let's have a see what else is on here. Well, we should know, actually. Shall we Boulder Dash 2? Funnily enough, I got Boulder Dash 2 recently. Got to fast forward through this. I got Boulder Dash 2, the editor version. It was the clamshells, one of those 10 that I got, actually. I do like it. You've got to love the collector community. They don't try and rip anybody off, really. They you know, quite often they're just trying to make their money back on against what they've purchased, which is quite nice, realistically. You know, enough money back so that they can buy another version of whatever else it is. I like somebody putting beeps on here, which probably means that there's another... It's the loader for the next bit. Nope. Maybe not. I'll keep going. Boulder Dash, though. Also, what you speak. I speak most of the time. Boulder Dash. Especially when I'm talking to you guys. Have you had a nice bank holiday weekend, or are you still enjoying your bank holiday weekend? Have you done anything interesting? Went to a car rally. Actually, it was a tractor rally today. Fitted it in this morning. Yes, I know. Wasn't doing your stuff. But, yes, fitted the tractor rally. Had some old trucks, some Fodens. A couple of Dafts, a few Scania. And a number of old cars, including the old Opel Manta, which was always a car I thought was a very fantastic looking car. Very sharp on the front. Not really into cars. I'm it's not my thing, really. I like it when they go and get from point A to point B. A lot of loading going on here, not a lot of loading. No, it's not going very well. We've got one of these. Is that iridium? Is that iridium on the here? It is. It's iridium. So we've got Boulder Dash and iridium. I'm gonna give Boulder Dash a load on the PlayZX now. I think that's the way to do it. Go PlayZX. When the tapes doesn't load, PlayZX is your friend. There's no point in trying it in that other tape deck. I don't think it's going to make much difference to the whole thing. So let's get let's get Boulder Dash going. Boulder Dash. Dash. Have I spelt Boulder Dash wrong? Maybe it's a space. It is a space. My God, there's a version 3. Who knew? It doesn't seem to give me any other option other than version 3. So let's have version 3 then. Boulder Dash 3. Can't even believe there is a 3. This has got 2 on it. How did we get to 3? What is 3? Is 3 the one with the editor in it, maybe? Oh. Oh, wow. A backwards load. Star Software. Oh, that's good. A bit of coffee. I hope you've got a beverage too. I love a bit of coffee. Tell you what I've started watching, peoples. I'm not going to spoil anything, right? But I've started watching it. I watched the first season of it, and I liked it. It was a bit long. A lot of character building and person building. It was a bit long, but it was good. I've already seen it previously, and now I've started the second season. I'm watching Star Wars Andor. And I'm probably the only person who liked Skeleton Crew, and that's the reason why it's been cancelled already. But it was actually alright. It was for kids. The mark was right, and it was Star Warsy, and it was like Pirates of Space. Enjoyed that one. Andor Season 2. I've watched the first episode. I'm liking it. I think they're describing it. People are describing it as Star Wars for adults, which I would agree it probably is in comparison to the other dross that they pour out. The first episode, I was like, oh yeah, give me more. I want more. I was really happy with the first episode so far of Andor. I am hoping for more of the same. It's a shame, isn't it? It really is. You get handed some of the greatest franchises in the world. All you have to do is write good stories. All you have to do is write good stories. And you can give that to the biggest fans in the world and let them write good stories. Do you know that? There are book writers out there who have written great stories. There are comic book writers who have written great stories. And all you have to do is write great stories. Not reinvent the wheel. Not do anything really clever with it. You know, you could have had series running for a long time. And you know what though? I'm possibly gonna disagree with the masses here on the Mandalorian front. I liked the first Mandalorian. Certainly the first season and a few of the other ones. I think it's up to 4 or something like that. I liked those, and I liked the first couple because of one specific reason. George Lucas actually stated that he expected Star Wars to be a weekly TV series like Knight Rider or The A-Team or something similar. That's what he really wanted. That's what he wanted Star Wars to form into or become in the future. He wanted them to be a TV series, you know. And the first Mandalorian, where it's basically cowboy in space, bounty hunter, with a little bit of backstory and a little bit rugged and whatever else it is, that's purely space cowboy. That's exactly what he wanted. He wanted that. So I've got no major objections. I have no major objections when they changed the premise of the game to the TV series and surrounded it with Mandalorians, you know, as more plural. I didn't mind that because, let's be honest, Bo-Katan, Katie Slackoff. It's fine. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, let's be honest. It was okay. It did what it needed to do. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And, you know, it's like I have to keep telling myself I'm okay with it. It's true though. I am actually okay with it. I think it did what it was meant to do. Right. Let me see if I can work out the keys here. Press fire to continue. Right. Okay. Boulder Dash. Push things around, make things fall, collect diamonds, get through the level. That's basically it. Let's see if I can get my keys right here. MN MNB EF ED. Ugh, don't like the keys at all. No likey the keys. What's the other fire buttons? Z. Oh, I can kind of do this. Boulder Dash 3. Yeah, I'll pay the cave one. Bloody hell, that's huge. That's what she said. Okay. So move away these. Didn't mean to do that. And the idea is to collect the diamonds up without getting crushed in the cave. It was very popular on the old on the BBC. Was it Repton they used to play? They used to be quite. My friend used to be very keen on it. In fact, so keen that when we used to write computer programs together, he actually wrote a variation for the PC, which was very nice of him because he didn't have to, but he did. I don't like the scrolling. The scrolling's horrible. Yeah, so you got to collect all the diamonds. 20. I've got 21. I'm just checking the numbers here. This looks ominous. Ah, no! What were you thinking? I was thinking, not thinking. I think I have to start all over again. I'll be honest. I might give this one a miss. Yeah. That's cute. Quit. Ah! You get the general gist, though, and you find an exit and you go out. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. Really not a big fan of this at all. It's not one of my favourites, and so I'm going to give it. If you like Boulder Dash, then go for it. But not one of my favourites. I'll be honest. Not one at all. Iridium. Now, let's see. So yeah, I didn't even mind when it became sort of like multiple creatures and the whole bits and pieces. I did get a little bit frustrated with the Luke bits and pieces as well, but they were all right. You read. No, don't change my spelling. Iridium. Oh, did you know that there's a Iridium Plus? What's Iridium Plus? Let's find out what Iridium Plus is. No idea. Houston Consultants. Yeah, so I didn't even mind. I didn't, honestly, I found it fine. It was fine. Even the Grogu stuff was fine, even though they called him Grogu, which is a very weird name. But anyway, I even liked the Ahsoka stuff. It wasn't as good as I was expecting, but however, I've got to give it credit for zombie stormtroopers. That's pretty cool. You've got to give that credit. Zombie stormtroopers were pretty cool. I quite liked that as well. I mean, I did. I didn't even bother with the Acolyte. I can't be done with rewriting history in certain places. It's just not worth it. I really don't like that. I also don't like that we didn't explore, when they did Solo, they just repeated something that had already happened in the past instead of doing something different. Doing something different would have been, for me, following Solo's career Han Solo's career in the military, in the Empire, and how badly it goes, and how he ends up getting kicked out, and how he ends up in a battlefield, and all that kind of stuff. His piloting skills being not in question, and all this kind of stuff. That would have been cool for me. So yeah, I could have gone that route. That would have been an easy win for me. So yeah. The problem is you get handed it. All you have to do is do good stuff with it. Marvel was hoping that this weekend, or this opening weekend, was the opening weekend for Thunderbolts. And a lot of you are now going, who? What? Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. It's like their sort of subpar team. It's their poor man's Suicide Squad. That's kind of what they are, bounty hunters and weird, wonderful stuff. Although interesting characters in the comic books, whether or not it translates to movies is a big question. A lot of them appeared in the Black Widow movie. I'm quite looking forward to seeing it. However, I'm not going to go the pictures to see it, which is where the pictures lose out again. I'll probably wait for it to appear on Disney, which will probably be within the next 3 or 4 weeks, considering the box office numbers are already bad. And this is, by the way, the box office is one of these really weird things. You know that a movie's doing well when it does well in the first 4 days, I think it is. First 4 days, the numbers are the numbers that make you know that you're going to do well. They knew Snow White was a massive flop within the first sort of 2 days of the whole thing. They knew that it was never going to sell. It was probably not going to sell on DVD. It's probably not going to sell more Disney Pluses. It's just not going to happen. It just can't. Those first few days, it's beaten by the Working Guy with Jason Statham in it, a movie that has more Statham than Statham. It is a movie that should be straight to DVD, and yet it still beats it. I could have probably beaten it with my YouTube channel, if the Disney had come to me and put mine up, I'd bet you I'd made several million that episode that week. Definitely more than Disney, and my production values are way lower, I promise you. So there's a thought, Disney, if you're listening. No, don't worry about Ryan Reynolds. He's no Marvel Jesus. I am Disney Jesus. Just the man right here for you. Put me on. This is it. A winner. Better than Snow White. And I bet I could break the fourth wall better than Ryan Reynolds could. Oh, yeah. I see his football team's been promoted again. From 3 times in a row, making him not that I do football, by the way. I do not do football. Do not tar me with that brush. Don't do football. I've done computers all my life. I love them. I'm not going to do football. Now, this game is going to annoy me because we've got to push certain buttons to get things to happen. Is it R? R shoots us out the ship like a missile. Yeah, no good at all. And I don't know what keys are. And you got to destroy the... Yeah, okay, thanks. Is it 1? Ah! 1. 1. Ah. 2. 3. No. 5. No, 5 is not what we want. We're playing 2-player here now. We're now crashing into here like an idiot. Right. 4. No. So we want 1 on joystick. 7. 8. 0. 0. Okay. That's shoot. Oh, come on. I love this game because there's literally no instructions on the screen at all. That's S is start. No, E start. I hate these ones. With the controls. Do you know that there's a Iridium 2 as well on the Commodore Amiga? It's very good. Very good indeed. I'm going to Google the instructions because Yes, I know. It's a good game, I know. It's playing its own anthem. Yeah, there's like a Iridium 2 for the Amiga. Let's find the controls. Where's the instructions? I'd love to be better at this, unfortunately. there's racket releases and all kinds of things for it. Oh, right, the Plus was launched with the 4 smash hits. Right, okay, here's the instructions. ZX. L symbol shift. I thought there was a way you could change the blooming keys, though. L symbol shift. And enter the fire. That's going to be really awkward. Right, okay, doesn't matter though. Yeah, it is right. Right, so you have to destroy, I think, everything on the spaceship while not crashing into stuff with your Manta spaceship, which is, by the way, the coolest name. It's almost as good as the Cobra from Elite. Yeah, there's missiles that fly right at you at full speed. I thought there was a way to do it. Change the keys. There's not a button for changing the keys. December 31st. I'm just looking at the dates when it's released. Hang on, back of the inlay. Ah! Back of the inlay. What does that mean? What does that say? It says Q to abandon the game, P to pause the game, no stupid keys resets, press 1 to 4. I thought there was. That's so annoying. Keys are rubbish. Yep, they're rubbish keys. That's a cool menu, by the way. I do like that. It's a fantastic game, though. That's the worst part about it. How dare you be so fantastic and not be easy to play? Let me see if I can get my joystick down, because I want to go with this. I want to go on this. The joystick is down. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it's going to work on the Sinclair ports. Right. I've got my cruiser with my converter on it, so it should work on the Sinclair ports out. Let's press 3 for joystick. That is correct. Let's press fire. Oh, it's working. I think we're working. Yes, we are. That was lucky. I almost died there. Yes. I just killed myself because I saw that thing coming. You know, that thing that flew across. Oh! Look at the way it turns. It's so cool. What killed me there? Sugar. I'm proper rubbish at this, aren't I? I wonder what's plus about it. Was it meant to be easier? If it was meant to be easier, it's not. There we go, turn around there. I've got to go in there, look. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I've killed that one. So you got to destroy the dreadnoughts. A close range with a stub fighter of sorts. You got to start all over again when you blooming die because you're an idiot like me. That's so hard. I don't know how anybody played this as a kid. Yeah, just keep moving here. Oh no! Crashed again! Game over. That was brilliant. I loved it. I've got my name in this high score table. That's happened like once in a billion years. I can't get my name right. Well, I'll just be DDD. 3 Ds. Got my name in? Excellent. Right, let's move on. What else have we got on this thing? Uridium. That Boulder Dash, I'm not a big fan of Boulder Dash. I don't know about anybody else. I never really understood it, and it just didn't seem fun. The game loop is pretty poor on that from my point of view. So nah, it didn't seem fun. It's an interesting one we're going up to next. That's not going to load. I'll have a look at the PlayZX in a second as well. The next one we're going up to is Aliens, not Alien. Alien, the first game, was absolutely phenomenal. I picked up a copy of it many years ago for about 10 quid, and it was just complete and beautiful, incredibly sort of playable. I've practically given up, by the way, trying to do that now. I'm just gonna go with the button. There's Electric Dreams version of it. That's what we want. Yeah, let's move on. So let's see if I can get this to load. Yeah, brilliant game. The first one. Very much, I mean, to be fair, there's modern day games that are equivalent to it. Ones that I highly recommend, well worth doing. Things like Duskers, fantastic game. What a fantastic idea. Sort of you're alone in space and you don't know what's happened, you can't find anybody alive. The only way to interact with the world outside, because you've got no sort of equipment beyond drones, and it's all done from command line. Fantastic game. I know that sounds boring as hell. It isn't. It's terrifying because those drones find all kinds, and you see it in the way they see it, which is a sort of blurred sonar sort of image. Sounds are the thing that make things movement work. Honestly, worth a look at. It's one I'm hoping to do for Halloween because it's scary and it's going to scare the hell out of me, to be honest with you. So yeah, but this Aliens, I mean, we had Romulus recently, which was hilarious because they hadn't finished a Romulus properly. So when you watch it on Disney Plus, that's when you can actually see it complete with the right graphics for Richard Pryor's face, who plays Rook in it. It is a bit of shame about that. But I quite liked Romulus. It ran quite alien for me in the right way. I even quite liked, although a bit ropey round certain bits with scientists, the Prometheus. I quite like Covenant. It's almost true to form, but not quite. But of course, there's now Aliens Earth. Is it Alien Earth or Alien Earths? Not Earths, but Alien Earth coming, which is a TV series. I'm not sure about this one, but again, like a lot of things, because I don't know. I feel damaged. How about you? Do you feel damaged that your childhood films and movies and things like that have been sort of butchered in many ways? Or the canon went with it, got butchered and shredded. I mean, it's like where's Han Solo? Yeah, expanded universe Han Solo. Han Solo's actual wife while he was seeing Princess Leia Organa. Yeah, where did that part pop up in it? Didn't, did it? Anyway, so yeah, it's yeah. I'm hoping, a bit like I'm hoping that Thunderbolts doesn't completely upset me as a movie. I'm hoping it's funny enough and jolly enough that we can get away with it. It just worries me, doesn't it? It worries me a lot that we just got so many good books around here. Why didn't you go with the good books, the ones that the fans are buying, and just make them the movies or whatever else is? Don't know. But anyway, Aliens is getting a revamp of sorts. I hope this is actually loading and not going to do nothing when we get there. Well, second Aliens. Think about Aliens, right? Okay, so back in the day, I watched Alien. Fantastic movie. Loved it. I mean, I was a bit older by the time I'd seen it because I was only little when it first came out. But when I saw it, I was a bit older, and it's terrifying. It's scenic. It's atmospheric. It is a beautifully well constructed movie. Aliens. That's the follow up. is more of an action drama than the horror of the first game, which was the slowness of the not slowness, but the alien creeping and stalking and whatever else is. The thing for me with the second one was we knew that a lot of footage had been cut. It was sort of told. So I saw it with the original theatrical cut, which is shorter than the one that most people see nowadays. Most people nowadays see the 2 hours and 17 minutes version of it. The original theatrical cut was probably like 1 hour and 40. So they cut a good 40 minutes, say, out of the movie. Roughly 40 minutes out of the movie. And I remember my friend getting it, and we went, and I came round to his house to watch it because we wanted to watch it. And I remember, being excited about the autocannons, the little bit of history at the beginning, what had happened to Ripley's daughter, who, by the way, in the game Isolation, apparently it's a very good add-on because that's actually what's happening with her daughter looking for her mother. So it's quite good that way. But the seeing Aliens, the extended version, first time round was like nothing. I was like, blown away by it. The only problem with that is that I'm blown away by it, but it just makes the movie very, very, very long. I mean, really, really long. I'm pressing C, change controls, is not doing anything. A fire button works. We got a cursor moving up and down. That's just scrolling round. Controller doesn't work very well. Okay, choose people. Cursor keys are working. Right. G for Gorman. R for Ripley. H for Hicks. Yeah, that works. Right, okay, so let's find a door for Hicks. Can you enter that, Hicks? Oh, we've blown the door open. That probably doesn't help us. There we go. We've moved through the building. So you'd need to map this. And we're looking for the aliens. There's the door back into the place we're at. Is it M for map by any chance? No, M's to quit. Oh, back as Ripley. If I shoot that door now will no longer open. Is Hicks still in the other place? No, he's not. How did I get him to go through it before? Oh, that's the keys. Oh, that's controls now. Okay. Do the singular joystick. Can I go through the door? B for Vasquez, B for Burke, M for menu, yes. Are you back to Ripley? Okay. Changing characters. Oh right, they're coming at you in waves. I never really understood this game. I'll be so honest with you. I never did. I don't think I read the instructions though ever, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay. So I guess there's the kill counts underneath each person as well, by the way. The number of aliens they've killed when the waves come. It's like a shoot-'em-up of sorts. It's a very weird-looking shoot-'em-up at that. Okay, let's move on. So we'll move on to one of my faves, actually. I'm hoping that we can load it all in one, actually. I'm hoping we can. This is. I'm going to go with the tape loader. I'm not even going to use the tape at this point because it just wasn't loading. So we're going to go straight to Enduro Racer. We'll see if we can load that. But Enduro Racer. No, not Android. Why do you put that? Enduro Racer. Did this get re-released? I feel like this was re-released on the Hit Squad range. I'm looking at the Hit Squad that I do have. I see you. Hang on. I've seen it. I've spotted it. Let's get the Hit Squad version down. Perfect. I used to like this a lot, by the way. It's number 1 in whatever sports range I think it was. I'm just trying to pick it down. You just stay there. Hang on, I'm coming back in a minute. There we go, got it. Got it. I'm here. Yeah, it was number 1 on the arcade range, actually. 128k, let's see. Pop it in, push the play button. I used to like this one because I played this in the arcade. This is the days when, well, I say the arcade. This is the days when you went to a service station and you got out of your mum and dad's car or whatever it was, or if you were old enough to get out of your own car, and you could go in and you could play actual games like Sega, Super Hang-On, games like Enduro Racer. I played this in the arcade. I am proud to have sat on those peripherals that allowed you to do that. Can you imagine what they'd have to charge nowadays, though, to make it worthy of people's time? I bet they have to charge like £2-3 just to get these things arcades to work properly and make enough money. I bet you. Oh, it's sad. I suppose it's... Sorry about coughing there. It's sad. I kind of miss the days when we could go to the arcade. I'd love an arcade again. I think if I was ever rich enough, you know, with all that Disney money from the movies that they're going to make with me that are better than Statham. But with all that Disney money that I'll be making, you know, I'm going to build myself an arcade, and you know, it'll be fun. It'll be great. Arcade with a bar, probably. Yeah, and somebody to man that bar. Or somebody to make, or coffee, somebody to be a barista and make me coffee in my special arcade. It'll have, if you had an arcade, you can tell me what's in yours. I can guess some people's, but if I had an arcade, right, mine would have the full Outrun experience, the big Outrun one you could sit in. I'd have one of them. I'd have the Star Wars one. You know, the original Star Wars with the cockpit, we'd sit in it as well. We'd have the Star Wars. I'd have virtual racing, fully kitted out, four-person virtual racing. Ooh, yeah. Oh, original Pac-Man, of course. Not original Pac-Man, original Super Pac-Man, because I was a big fan of Super Pac-Man. And Space Invaders. Yeah, proper Space Invaders. That do, you know, original Space Invaders. Oh, it'd be so good. Yeah, I think I'd have like a line of the old school cabinets against each other, and then the ones where like the machines that you know you got into. They'd be amazing, wouldn't they? Enduro Racer, of course, where you get on the bike and you have to pull back on the bike to jump up stuff. The mad version of APB, a game where it was a top-down car thing, but you had a steering wheel, and it was mental. Oh, the dreadful version of Paperboy, where you had the handles to do that. Yes. But then classics like Time Pilot, with the droid stick that rolled all the way around and pointing positions as you went. And it's just smooth and smooth roll of joystick as you went round. And the sound turned up just to the level where it's sort of slightly deafening, but at the same time, you know, just loud enough that attracts you to the next Outrun or the Mortal Kombat machine. I'm not sure I'd have a Mortal Kombat. I probably would for nostalgia point of view. You have anything in your arcade they haven't mentioned already? Are you having something extra? I know you're all thinking about it now. You're like thinking, yes, if I had one of those, that's what I'd do. I love an arcade machine. I'll be honest. I've got one of those double joystick things that you can plug straight into the telly. And one Christmas, it was just an absolute. It was brilliant. It's one of the things that, funnily enough, I take it to work. And on a Friday, if we're all up to date, we kind of with what we're doing, we sometimes plug it in and play Street Fighter against each other. It's quite good fun, you know. It's a nice little thing. So it lives at work most of the time. I usually use a Raspberry Pi at home with an arcade joystick that I've got as a side sort of an add-on. And this arcade joystick was an absolute steal. It literally was 30 quid, and it is it's heavy enough to kill a man with, and that's how I do. When I look at hardware, I want to know that can kill a man, because if you can't kill a man, what's the point in having it? You know, that's the whole point. It's part of the process of determining whether hardware is worthy of staying in my house. And in this particular case, this thing is really heavy. Honestly, a good swing with that, you're dead. But it's a lovely joystick. It's got all the buttons on it, and all of the various bits and pieces. It's even got sort of auto fires if you need them. Not that I ever use them, but they're there. But this thing's taken a battering for the last the length of time we've been doing the 20p arcade challenge, which is excess of 5 years now. I have battened the living daylights out of this thing, and I've loved it. It's been brilliant to do that. I've loved playing that sort of thing. Ooh, yeah. Enduro Racer by Sega. Weirdest version of the whole lot. On my channel, though, worth having a look at because it's just weird, is the Master System version of it. It's completely different to everybody else's. Completely different. Right. What's the keys? Space. Any other key to advance? Throttle. Wheelie. Right, that's the wrong way around for me. Wheelie is space. Oh, it can't be space, apparently. A. Oh. H, pause. No. Define keys. Space. Right. Space. Q. Wheelie. Spacebar. That's it. O, P, A, H, R. Exit. Right. That's it. Start game. Right. Okay. Oh, what a struggle. So that's me biking in the middle, and when you pull a wheelie, it's a bit all over the place. It's not as good as the arcade version. So you accelerate up, and when we pull a wheelie, when we hit one of these like logs in the ground, these cool logs. You wait to see the cool logs. You do really big jumps. It's so cool when you hit the logs. Just do really, really big jumps. And then we've got extra music because we did the 128k version, you know. There we go, made it past. You gotta just pull a wheelie over the top of it. It's so cool. I don't think I pulled a wheelie there though. Here we go, bikers. No, because I hit the rocks. I wasn't far enough over. Yeah, you gotta be hitting. You gotta be wheeling before you hit it. Can't just hold. You gotta hold it down and get that wheelie going. Time's running out. Am I gonna make it before time runs out? I hope so. Yes, I did. Just. It's like buggy. What was it called? It's a buggy run, wasn't it? Buggy run. Buggy run. Somebody knows what I mean. There's a big jump. I actually quite like it because, as I said, I played it in the arcade, and to do the wheelie in the arcade, you had to hold the handlebars and pull them backwards, which was really kind of nice because it's like there's an interaction there, isn't there? That was a part of the arcade experience as well. It wasn't just playing the game; it was the interaction of making the bike fly through the air and other things. I really liked it. I rather did. I'm not going to be apologetic for the fact that it's a bit naff now. It's not as fast as it used to feel like, but I still like it. I still like playing it. I'm still rubbish at it. I still couldn't get past this stage, by the way. It's like Super Out. It's like Hang On. I couldn't do Hang On very well either. But I also never knew back in the day that you could actually do there was like a boost. There was like a super boost, wasn't there, that you could do? That was kind of cool. Kind of liked that. Anyway. Yeah, pretty good. Enjoyed that. First, nearly made it. 5 laps to go. It was fun. What we're naming? Yes, I know. Oh no, I'm just typing anything in again. Oh no, press the M. Right, forget it. Brake button is the other button. It's the space goes down. I know, it's ridiculous. Right, okay, basic. Loaded it. Another one of my personal favourites. Split Personalities. It's a great game. It's a great arcade game. I have the version... Yeah. Splitting Images. This is what it is. Or Split Personalities. I think it's a Splitting Images is the one we want. I think. We'll find out in a second. Pretty sure this is the right one. Yeah, Splitting Images. This probably was. Split Personalities was the one that was before they changed it. Because it was too close to Splitting Image. Or Splitting Image. I can't remember. Either way. Could be a different one, actually. I'll give up. Anyway, but this is the one I like. So we'll play this one. Split Personality. I'm sure that's what they called it beforehand, because there is another variation of it. I have got the release. It's like there's a game called Rocky, which then had to change its name because they were about to be sued by the Americans. Which is very didn't happen very often actually. I think if you took on the Japanese market, they didn't really care particularly whether or not you copied or cloned their game. They had the best versions anyway. So I think you had I think it was anything American was probably the case. I mean, what a great loader this is, by the way. So we've got Sir Clive at the top corner, Your Honour. Royalty there, of course. To Alan Sugar, just a little bit below him, I think it is. Can't remember his name. Everybody's gonna tell me I don't know it. Arthur Scargill, maybe. We've got Ronald Reagan, we've got Margaret Thatcher, we have Prince Charles, now King, Diana. 2 other people don't know who they are, and him in the top corner. That could be Prince Andrew, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So the idea of the game is their faces are all split up, and you basically have to put their faces together again. And he's silly, and you've got to match things together to make more points, and it just works really well. Do you know when you've got one of these games that works really, really well, but yeah, it just worked really well. Fantastic game. Strange time. Looking at the people that are there, those who were there. Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan. Good grief. Sorry, just stretching and thinking for a second there. It took me back for a second. What would it be nowadays? Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And probably the king and his new queen, of course. Alan Sugar would probably still be there. And Boris Johnson. Who else are you suggesting? Oh, Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson, possibly. Huh? Keir Starmer, possibly. Any number of those people. Very political. Good combinations of things to faces to split up. Yeah. I'm trying to drink coffee now. We're going to have some coffee. We're going to have a little drink. That was good. Enjoyed a bit of coffee. Love a bit of coffee. Did I ask if you had a beverage? If you had a beverage, yeah. I was going to say put your thumb up, but you can't because I can't see you. If I could see you, I'd say put your thumb up. Well, yeah. I still haven't got a contract though from Dow Egberts. It's a long time coming. I'm told it's all solicitors. You know, you know. I mean, last month's bill from them was in excess of £1 million, but I'm told that it's going to happen. You know, it's very, very surely going to happen. They're still working on it. There's a lot of legal things. Soon I'll be like many other important internet influencers. I'll be selling you my power energy drink and my own coffee, like signature version of it or whatever it is, limited edition. I'll make us all go back to ZX Spectrums. We all get a Spectrum. That's what we're going to do. Right, okay, play 5 player the game because I remember the keys. Right, so we throw out these things here. Bloom, boom. Oh, bomb. No, bomb's going to blow up. Damn, lost life already. That was a bad start. You meant to throw the bombs out, but I know where to throw the bomb at. Right, okay. So that's part of his ear. So... Is it space? How do I throw it? Ah! I'm moving around. I thought it was just the N. Something's weird's going on in it. It's not working properly. Normally you can throw the parts around, but it's not doing anything. You're meant to throw them around to build their face up in here with it, but it's not meant to overwrite like it's doing right now. See how it's overwriting? It's meant to crash into the other one. What the heck happened there? The game's crashed! Marvellous! Well, it would have been a good game if it would actually work there, so that is fine. Light Force! Oh, a classic. A shoot 'em up where they tried to get rid of the colour clash, which is always impressive. I remember being quite impressed by the way it looked. The spaceship's quite large as well as a result, so they've kind of played with the way that it works. You got to give it a lot of respect for that. Let's see if this works. There's a racket re-release in case this doesn't work. Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, no, Spectrum game, classic shoot 'em up with sort of, yeah, it's just a really good shoot 'em up. You're the first fighter on the scene. I remember the story. You're the first fighter on the scene, so you're like up against the entire empire of something. You're just taking it all on yourself, just like Luke said. Today, I feel I could take on the whole empire. He said to R2D2. Not in that voice, of course, but that was more Larry Grayson than it was anything else. But anyway, that's what he did. He did, took on the entire empire. So when he was talking to Biggs, it was Biggs, wasn't it? It wasn't actually R2D2. So Light Force is the same sort of thing. Faster Than Light, name of the company that produced it, and Lasermation. Anyway, and tell you what's next on this tape, though. This is a one that's really weird, and I'm not sure what to say about this. It's a game that I want to own, But I want to own it for the Switch, but I don't know if I want to pay the price for the Switch. It's Dragon's Lair 2, actually, in fact, in this case. It isn't the same game, obviously, that came on the Laserdiscs back in the day, which was really just quick-time animations when you push the buttons at the right and appropriate moments. It was nuts. It was very popular, but it was nuts. I remember my friend having the space version. I can't remember, Space Ace, isn't it? Space Ace for the PC. And it came on like 17 floppy disks or something stupid like that. And you had to either set up all floppy disks, or if you ran it from a disk, because you could, you had to swap the damn disks as you went along to let it load up the next bit when you pressed buttons. And you literally got like 2 moves on each disc, and then you had to change it. That's all it was about. Pushing the right direction at the right time to make the thing work. And we were blown away. We were blown away that you could interact in such a way with movie quality animation. We wanted it. We wanted it so bad. We wanted to play those games. In fact, it was such a thing back in the day that when things like that started to happen, that you got dreadful animations in the Mega CD games. I mean, dreadful things. You ended up with Night Trap, which is a little bit saucy, but at the same time, it was a Sega game, so it obviously was okay. But the point is, it was a little bit saucy, but it was just film footage and pushing buttons at the right time to change the film footage from one footage to the other, so that the goblins would go away and have their way with cheerleaders who were living in the house. Because that's what happens. The goblins like cheerleaders, I'm told, a lot. But yeah, we lived. Pardon me. If you're my age, and I'm quite old now, we lived through some of the most amazing times for games and development, and everything about it was amazing. It was exciting. It was like, yes! I have not seen anybody get that excited nowadays about things. Right, let's keyboard. Yes, left, right, up, down, space for fire. Can't use space. M. I might change the keys in a second. K for keyboard, because my fingers are getting old. Right, up, down, N for fire, so they can sort of go a little bit of wider, whatever else is. Enter to start the game. Oh, look at that. No colour clash whatsoever. Oh no! Shot down! Yeah, I've got to get through these first. It's an odd-shaped ship, and I like it. Yeah, take on the alien cruisers, destroy chunks of them, prevent them from attacking us. It's all good. Those are indestructible ones. There's some alien ships. Look at those graphics. You see how good they are, how clever as well. The way that they uses the color clash against planets. Things just they go cyan certain parts of the ships, and they also go magenta at certain points. It's very clever stuff. Well, it's alien ship, destroy. Yes. I destroyed myself. Oh, no. 1 life left. Damn. Did I get my name in the score table? No, I didn't. Not fast enough score for the faster than light. Light Force is a vengeance upon them. That's cool. That's very cool. Let's get on to our last game. Come on. You ready for this? It's been a long Sunday. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? Have you watched? Have you watched this? I'm helping you snuggle up to go to sleep. I don't know. Might be. Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair 2. Oh, it's exciting. Software projects. Escape from something or other. Let's do it with the loader. See whether or not it happens. Play. 128k re-release. We might as well give it a go. See what happens when it's slightly better. I don't know if we'll get any of the music from the original thing itself. Yeah, but what are you going to do for the rest of the day? What are you going to do? What's your plans? Have you got any plans? Are you just gonna relax? Quick single malt to finish the day off, maybe? No? Not drinkers? If we're not a drinker, then, you know, something else? I'm not really a drinker myself either. I like an occasional drink. Been known to go out for a few and be silly. Nothing too urgent. Usually like a nice meal nowadays with it. So what happens when you get old? A nice meal and go home and sleep. The escape from Singin's castle? We've got to escape him. I think I'd like to escape. That man's got a large rod and I'm going out bottom first. I'm not sure where he's going to put it, but I think somebody's in trouble. Somebody's very much in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. Oh. I don't remember the second part of Dragon's Lair, I'll be honest. But you can buy it now. It's mad. You can buy it for like a couple of quid on GOG or on Steam. It's just like nothing at all. The only thing that annoys me a little bit about Steam is I love Steam, by the way. I think it's a fantastic platform for gaming. And there's so many opportunities to buy things that are cheaper and really in depth for what they are. But I think my big problem is when you've got a Steam Deck, which obviously is their product, you know, which you can wipe and you can put something else on and blah 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 blah. But what I think I dislike about it is that I'd rather they gave me an option to really just add in another launcher for other things. So for instance, I don't know about you, but I don't pay for a single Epic game, but I do get the free ones every week. So I make sure that I add, you know, I would like those to be added to my Steam launcher. I'd like my Steam launcher to just add those two things, and same with my GOG games. I would love those to be just added in there by default, so that I can just use GOG. I think there's a way of doing it. Something called Heroic Loader that launch does it. It just seems like a faff adding this thing in just to do what should be just there by default. The tape is rewound. I'm a little bit worried about this, that I'm not going to be able to do it. Press J for joystick. I should work on Kempston too. Seems to be playing the game by itself. Yeah, you got press left and right. I tell you what, though, I'm quite impressed. Better than I thought it would be. Oh, I'm meant to hold it down. I'm meant to hold it down. Right, we're going to wait for the lives to go, and then we're going to hold it down. I don't think I've ever played this on the Spectrum, you know. This is very much a first, I think, for the channel. Dragon's Lair 2. Definitely a first. I'm pretty convinced of that. That one. Here we go. I'm in the rapids. Which way am I going now? No! That's bad. Instant that thing appears, you got to push it. Right, okay. He's really going the slowest he can possibly go, isn't he? Right, I saw that. Oh, come on, I saw that and I pushed it. No! You've got to be kidding. I can't move that far over. I'd have to, like, tap it loads of times. Yeah, I've got over it. Yes! No! No, that's unfair. That was better than I thought it was going to be, though. We have one more go, because I actually thought that was quite good. For what they were trying to attempt with this, I'm going to give it a few marks for a good attempt. No, push the wrong way. Please be on the same place, or do I have to start getting... Oh, it's really harsh. That's so Dragon's Lair. No, don't do that. If it goes over the other side, I've had it. That's good. We're there. Okay. Literally, I'm pressing one button. No, it's doing the whole thing with one button. Except for there. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. No, I'm dead. It's in the wrong place. You just can't do it. That's too random, unfortunately. Yeah, that was all right. Actually, I was quite surprised by that. That was a little bit of a additionally surprised from the whole thing. Yeah, I'm quite impressed by that. Anyway, I've been your host, RealGenericDemon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Tell some friends about it. Anybody likes Spectrum stuff? That's people to ask. People like a bit of nostalgia, listening to an old man rant about a nice handsome middle-aged man rant about any old rubbish, mainly Star Wars and Star Trek and other things are sort of that kind of age group. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week with another video. I'll see you soon. Cheers now. Bye-bye.